My job for today. So I bought these steps. I've had this RV for 3 years now. It didn't come with steps, and my wife was like, "Come on, get some steps." But they're a lot of money, and I paid a lot of money for them. So I was reluctant to spend the money on them, but I really love this RV. So I went out and I bit the bullet and I bought them. They're off much newer RV, but the thing is, I think the switch on the old RV was designed for them to come out as the switch disconnected or connected. It was the opposite of what it is. So you see what I've got here is a situation where you touch these two together and they go in, right? Well, the switch, you would open the door and the stairs would go in. They would go in like this, and then you close the door and the stairs would come out. And so you start up the driveway and the stairs are sticking out. So I had a bit of a problem there. I pulled the switch out. It goes in this hole. And I went around the city and nobody has. I went to the RV dealer. I went to the big truck dealer. He had a catalog with the right switch, but he said he couldn't get that anymore. He couldn't even order it. So discontinued or something. So I don't know what's so complicated about a silly little switch. And I have the switch and it works, but what it's happening is doing the opposite of what I want. So it's a momentary off switch. I need a momentary on switch. So, or what they say is there's another word for it. So I found a switch at Home Depot of all places. I'll show it to you. Okay. So there's my old switch. And there's nothing wrong with it. It still works. The only problem is when the door closes and pushes in, the steps go out. So this is a problem. And when the door opens, the steps go in. So I'm going to take this piece of metal here, and I'm going to cut. The two holes are there. The two screw holes are there, and the hole in the center is there, this round hole this size. So I'm going to take a piece of metal like this, cut out a nice rectangle like that, drill a smaller hole, because this is only 1/2 inch. That looks like it's probably 3/4 or so. I didn't even measure it. Not important to me, but this is a little bit smaller than half. So I'll drill a hole roughly 1/2 inch, mount that in there, drill the 2 small holes for the screw holes, and then I'm going to cut a rectangle in the door frame for this to pass through. This has got to slip through the door frame, and then the door pushes on it. Stairs should go out. The door opens. Stairs should go out. I'm getting mixed up. Anyway, it should work right. Let's try that. Now, believe it or not, this could be really dangerous. Drilling a hole in a piece of sheet metal like this, that bit grabs hold of that sheet metal and spins around. It can slice your hand open. So I've got a nice heavy-duty welder's leather glove on. And that bit looks like it's bent, but I'm going to go ahead and drill it anyway. I think it'll go right through. Just put my vise. It's just sheet metal, so it should be fairly easy to get through that. Okay, I've got 3 holes drilled, and I got some burrs, so I'm going to just deburr that with this bit. Got a lot of travels. done again. So. That's pretty good. So I'm just going to hacksaw that out. I could use a grinder with a cutting disc, but it's such a small job. I'll just hacksaw it and then go over to the bench grinder and clean it up. Okay, so there it is. I've got it installed, and I'm going to keep that little black piece of plastic that goes on the back. I don't know what purpose it serves, but I'll put it on there. You know, I have it, so. All I need now is a couple of terminals and little eyelets on the end of a wire and 2 blades, and I'm going to extend a short piece of wire, connect it all up, put the 2 screws in, we're done. So we've got 2 blades and then these 2 little eyelets and a piece of wire. So I'll make them about 3-4 inches, maybe even shorter, 2 to 3 inches long. Connect that all up, put the 2 screws back in, and hopefully the doors and these stairs will work properly when the door opens and closes. Okay, it's all hooked up. I taped up all the connections back here. There's not very much wire, there's barely enough wire to get that plug out of the hole. And back here, so this is a little simulation test here. Doors open, doors closed. Doors open, doors closed. So, seems to be working. I'll get the screws in it, and we'll see if that if the adjustment's right. You might have to play with the adjustment a little bit on here. It's got some screws, a couple of nuts there. You might have to push it in or out. Okay, doors closed, stairs are in, head down the road, doors open, steps are out. And you can also lock this little switch porch light, step light, that's what I have anyway. And it doesn't, it won't go in now. So you can see, I'm pushing on that. It's not moving. So the hardest part of this whole job was buying that switch and getting it to fit in there, because it was not the right switch. And now with that thing off, we can head down the road. I was manually operating it with it, plugging the wire together and unplugging it. This is much better. Very nice. Thanks for watching.